Alright, this is Dream Messages. Kind of a crossroad reading. But it only has five different aspects to this reading. So we'll do that. You get to choose which one you feel is necessary. You don't have to pick one group. Whatever feels right to you in this reading is entirely up to you. I don't like those pick a card readings. They get monotonous after a while and just a whole big mess. And usually life and other stuff doesn't work like that. Because you can have more than one dream. You can have more than one relationship. You can have a situationship. You could have problems at work all in the same reading. And a lot of times people do not read about that stuff, and it irritates me. So I decided to do the crossroad readings because I don't know everything that's going on in your life, and sometimes you need that confirmation that this is your reading, and that's cool too. Some people don't want love. Some people don't want to know about their job. They're like, my job's to pay bills, and that's it. But yeah, I mean, you have different things in your life, and you have different things and aspects that you have to do in order to keep things going. And I'm not judging anybody for that, I just think it's unrealistic to say that something's happening or something's doing when nothing's happening or doing, I'm one of these realists, It is what it is. Anyway, let's get into the cards. We have Tiger, doing something risky, taking a chance. We have Kangaroo, unsettling times, need to plan ahead. We have the Moon, we have changes in your life. We have a Lion, we have time to act. We have a Tree. We have affairs with your family. We have Mule. We have somebody who is extremely stubborn and unwilling to change. We have a Whale, great worry over nothing. We have Happiness. We have Basket. We have recognition, reward for merit. We have Axe. We have forces working against you. Dagger. We have fear, worries, and tense situations. We have Flute. We have disappointment with a friend or a lover. We have a Pail. We have time to get out of a situation. We have July. July is going to be an interesting month for a lot of people, so I'm not surprised to see it here. I'm just a little bit worried for some people. Okay, we have Scissors. We have disappointment in some affair. We have a success here. We have Dolphin, financial gain, usually coming from something you did in the past. We have February. February's a long way off, but it might be next February, or maybe there's past actions or inclinations that happened, or maybe somebody's birthday is in February, and that aspect is coming forward, or, somebody's in your life with a February birthday. Okay, we have Inkpot. We have problems to resolve. So I was reading something. It's called the Morgan. I believe it's from Greek mythology or whatever, or Irish mythology or what have you. And it talks about a warrior that fights the morning in order to make existence happen. If a Morgan stops fighting, life as we know it and the day-to-day routine activities and stuff like that stop. Usually when the Morgan's winning for you, you do get a moment of peace to think about things or take an aspect of your life and think about it. So, I find that really funny. A lot of these things that were pulled out of this reading reminded me of that. I was reading stuff about ancient mythology and stuff like that, and Gaelic culture and things. I just like reading about gods, goddesses, things like that. I think it's interesting to know about things like that. So the Morgan, it's fun. Native Americans have something called I forget the name. But there's a morning goddess too that fights the morning too. So we as humans do that a lot too when we don't want to get up in the morning. But yeah, I mean, it allows existence to happen, and a lot of times ancient mythology does have it right when it's not exactly a pleasant day. It's more like you're fighting the day yourself, and it kind of gives a human aspect to it as well as a higher aspect to why you feel the way you do, and why there's a lot of aspects of the day that you can't explain. I just thought it was cool. A lot of the symbols and animals that came out in that reminded me of the Morgan, so you can read about that more if you want. It talks about a lot of different things, warrior goddess and all this. It's a lot of fun. Anyway, let's get into the readings before I talk to a stadium of unwilling visitors. But unwilling visitors are usually my cats. My cats always like listening to my readings, and then it's time for breakfast, lunch, or dinner for my cats. So in this case, it would be morning, so it would be breakfast for them. Okay, so past events. First one is tripping on you. Number 2 would be exploring your feelings. And number 3 would be cyberbully. Okay, so past event and dreaming. We have tripping on you, good things on repeat, getting good results. We have lottery, gambling wins, change. Excuse me. Inevitable fate, destiny, fate, being in your favor, cycles. Okay, and then we have number 2, exploring your feelings, travel, transition, movement in a positive direction, progression made, leaving behind something, results on the horizon, transition or moving on. Okay, number 3, cyberbully, self-care, rest, time spent alone, much needed rest, time away from social media, time to reflect, reflection, contemplation. So any of these could be true, but like some people, they can balance all 3 of these. So if you chose all 3, that's fine with me as well. Because we're human beings. We can trip over somebody, and then we can explore our feelings in that situation, and then we can also be cyberbullied. So, or deal with cyberbullying. I really think cyberbullying was worse when like you were like in the millennial generation, because it was for teaching a lesson to most people or bringing up a point of discussion that we didn't really think about. Now that we know more about it, it's kind of it gets to the point where it's like, what are we doing now? Like, cyberbullying has always been one of those elusive things, or it's like it's either somebody you know, or it's somebody who's obsessed with you, or it's another aspect of your life that's kind of scary just to think about the possibility. Anyway, number 2, we have dream theme. We have truth. We have number 2, feeling ignored or rejected. Number 3, we have twin rays unit. Twin rays unit is either a twin flame or a soulmate. I just grouped them up together because I don't know what people are, gonna attract in their life or what they're looking for in their life. So both of them could be actually attracted to one particular person, or one of these aspects could be. Okay, so number 1, hurt, painful truth, breakup, argument, feeling let down. conflict, separation, rejection, alienation, sadness, and tears, new beginnings. Number 2, feeling ignored or rejected. We have picky about lovers, independent partner, honest, straightforward, boundaries, open, unemotional, independent, single people enjoying your own company. And then number 3, with twin rays unit, we have a calling you don't ignore, fresh starts, reflecting, a reckoning, great opportunities, transformation, awaken, change of status. Okay, so any of these could work in your behalf or how you feel about a situation. Because it's kind of like a day-to-day feeling. It's nothing that's gonna really like be out in left field. Okay, so you can also choose all 3 in this one, and it wouldn't really be too much of a difference between the groups. Okay. Number 3, waking life block. We have baby fever, cleansing, purification, detoxing, and energetically restoring. It's number 2. It's a big long one. And then we have number 3, the runner. I feel like the runner has to do with like the change in spirituality and relationships and stuff. Usually in a runner chaser scenario, usually the first person to become the runner is usually the aspect of your life in which you want. Okay. And then if you don't get it, you kind of like, become the runner in that case. You're not the chaser anymore. So you just kind of run away from it. And if the object of your affection wants to chase after you, then that's fine. But usually it has to be like on that scale of I'll chase you first and then you chase me later. Like that type of thing. Once both aspects are met, usually both of them become runners and then they run towards each other. But not in all cases. Sometimes it just, it just doesn't work out usually. It's usually a shy factor to somebody's relationship where they want the relationship, but they don't know how to kind of talk to somebody or something. Oh, excuse me. I have bad allergies. Like, I've said this before. It's hard to sleep. It's hard to eat. It's hard to do anything. Because, like, it's hard to breathe, so it's a thing there, too. Okay, so baby fever for number 1 is avoiding conflict, trying to keep the peace in a relationship, resolution. Number 2, cleansing, purification, detoxing, and energetically recharging. We have energetic, charismatic, lover, taking the lead in love, being swept off your feet, a daring, exciting lover. Let's see, dramatic gestures and passion here. And then the runner. We have feeling trapped, suffocated, smothered, passive in a love life or love decision, frustration, restriction, feeling trapped, vulnerable, playing the victim, emotional blackmail. So there's something here that somebody feels kind of trapped in. Could be running from a relationship, could be running for president, could be running for something else. But whatever it is, you're running from an aspect of your life that you didn't want in the first place, or that's not panning out to be something you want for the long term. Okay, so number 4, we have message. We have number 1 is finding the one. Number 2 is sacrifice. Number 3 is peace. Okay, so number 1, we have supportive relationship, generous lover, mentor, helper, caring, care, charity, patronage, gifts, giving, and receiving, power struggles in a relationship. Then we have number 2, we have sacrifice, we have a new home, community, purchase of a thing. My cats are getting insane. Purchase of something. We have a celebration, relationship, becoming serious. Feeling comforted, safe, and secure. We also have peace as the third one, which is steady, loving relationship, abundance, and prosperity in love, pilgrimage, or whatever, patronage couple, being recognized, friendship, celebration, feeling valued, emotionally secure, and partnership. So any of these could be a choice. I don't think too many people do all 3 of these at the same time. Usually it takes a 5-month period for all this to develop. But anyway, in a dream it could all happen instantaneously though, so. Okay, and then we have number 5. Number 5 is a lesson. So we have waiting for the right one. Number 1, last one was the one. Waiting for the right one. Number 2 is missing you. And number 3 is it's destined to happen. So number 1, waiting for the right one. Flexibility, balancing love, work, and family, adapting to changes in love. Changing relationship, losing the sparks, resolution, glitches, resolving arguments, adapting to others. So there could be a lot of stuff happening here. Or new relationship, new work thing, or whatever. Okay, missing you, you get what you deserve for the better. A positive legal outcome. Cause and effect, clarity, truth, good contracts and commitments made. And then number 3, it's destined. We have complicated romance, uncertainty about love, relationships, secrets, lies, exaggeration, following your gut feeling, splendifery, delusion, and disillusionment. So depending on what exactly is going on in your life, you could have a dream about this, or some type of aspect that kind of leads you back to the meaning of any of these in your current life or dream state. So whatever the case is, I feel like there's going to be an aspect to any of these things which will be totally custom. I can't really get custom, what it calls in this reading anyway. But there's something here that is going to present itself that is going to be totally a significant thing about a particular person, place, thing, or opportunity that's custom built for you. Nobody else, which is interesting about that. But usually I don't channel those things, so because that would take too long. Millions of people in one reading, are you kidding me? That's ridiculous. But yes, if things are made for you, there's aspects of a opportunity that will be custom made for you, either in a career or a love relationship or a particular opportunity that's made for you. The universe works in mysterious ways, but I find it very funny when everything kind of comes into alignment. With me, I have the aspect of a rabbit. I've been called either a rabbit from my mom, my job, or something else. So whenever I get a promotion or something, there's something to do with carrots. which comes into play. It's either somebody's having a snack of like vegetables, or there's like some aspect of somebody getting a new ring that's a carrot, or something to the date that has to do with a carrot or a vegetable or something to that effect. If everything's going to work out as planned for me, somebody's going to, kind of be eating like a rabbit, or, there's going to be a rabbit on the wall or something to that effect. I don't know. My spirit animal's a rabbit. It always has been. There's going to be an aspect of the day where there's going to be a rabbit somewhere, or rabbit food. So it depends. Somebody could be a vegan in the room too. It's very weird, but every time I get a promotion at work, that's what happens. Or when there's an opportunity for me, that happens. There's nothing else that's funnier than realizing the aspects of the day we're leading up to it that have those aspects in it. It's really funny. Anyway, but yeah, you'll have custom things that are like, little Easter eggs in your own life that would be like, that's an aspect for me, so there's going to be something here for me. So, it just to confirm that you're on the right journey too. So, a lot of the stuff might not be for you, but an aspect of the day might be. It depends. And it will be like something that you can see or that draws your attention, It's one of those things. Anyway, I'll see you later. You take care of yourself, take care of everyone. I know, dreams are weird, aren't they? I'll see you. All right.